Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the Social Noah.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean Canteen and Beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm
Yeah. What up, y'all? Yo. You already know what it is, man. Hey, I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Beans.
What's up, yo? What was that?
Hey, it's the Social Norm, man. I'm doing what I want to do, man.
Okay.
Hey, it's Friday. Shit. I gotta live. Can I live?
Yes, you can. You
Thank
can.
you. All right. What up, y'all? It's the Social Norm. We go ahead, fellas. We talk to y'all, open y'all minds, make y'all be the best y'all can be. Let y'all think a little different. You know what I'm talking about? So today's episode, you know we got a banger for y'all. Y'all see what's been going on. If you haven't seen, we here to tell y'all what's the low, man. Hey, this episode is how your ex will only come back when you're doing well. Now, let me tell you something. We were sitting at work one day, and we was thinking about what this crazy shit is going on with Russia and the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody kind of brought this to my attention. One of my fellow female coworkers, and she was like, "You ever think that the whole situation with the Russians and the Ukraine looked like a toxic relationship?" And I thought about it, and I was like, "Damn, she damn near right." So we're gonna discuss that today. Now, before I go ahead and get into this episode, you know I got to give you the disclaimer. This is me and Bean's personal opinion. This is not the end all be all. This is not factual. This is not the who did it, who said it, and why. This is just how we see things in our personal life. We got our opinion, you got yours, so we're gonna respect them both. All right. Now, the way she broke it down to me was kind of like Ike and Tina. Y'all remember how Ike and Tina was together and the shit was just crazy?
Mhm.
It was bickering and fighting and slapping and putting people in headlocks and all this stuff. Eat the cake, throwing cake in their face. That's how the Ukraine and Russia used to be with each other. They were family, but it was toxic.
Yep.
So eventually they broke apart. They said, you know what? The Ukraine said, you know what? I can't deal with this shit no more. We're gonna revolt. You guys, we're gonna break this apart. You guys stay over there. We're gonna stay over here. And Russia, like, all right, you know what? I'm just fucking. I ain't gonna fuck with you. Go ahead, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, Russia just been sitting back watching, waiting in the wing. And sure enough, once Ukraine got on their feet and started doing their own thing, just like Tina just started doing their own thing, now Russia says, you mine.
We back together.
We
again.
back together one way or another, even if you don't like it. And I see this so many times where when somebody gets in a relationship, a toxic one, and then the person finally says, enough's enough. I don't want to be with you no more. You break up and you sit around and start putting the pieces back to your life together, to where you saying, you know what, I'm gonna start going to the gym. I'm gonna start reading. I'm gonna start getting a new job, promotions. I'm gonna start living my best life. You on Instagram, where we at? We outside, right? And eventually, what ends up happening?
Old boyfriend or girlfriend.
Old
comes back.
boy or old girl come back. The toxic one in your life start seeing you do good, and they call him crawling back. Hey, what's good? What's good, love? Now, I want to know. I already know what the answer is, but I want to see what y'all say in the comment section. Have this happen to you? Are you that toxic one to where you sit around and see somebody doing good and then you want to hit them back up? Because in my mind, I feel like your ex was your ex for a reason.
Exactly. See, I don't speak to my once they're gone. That's it. I don't speak to them ever again.
Not even if they just say, "Hey, I've been missing
No,
you.
we not
I'm trying to give you the
friends."
cheeks. Let me
No.
go. Let me come.
No.
And they start talking nasty. You're not even having it.
No, we not friends. We not nothing. What is it to talk about?
You wondering how they get your number.
Yes, what I'm wondering.
So you changing numbers. You
I'm
doing
like,
it
who
all.
is this? You delete it. It's over. It's done.
Cold blood.
You gotta be that way. That fine piece. So stuff like this doesn't happen.
Now, I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. What's her name said? She hit you up with that "Hey big head." Oh my god! You know how
Yeah.
many times I've had "Hey big head" in my fucking phone
Yeah.
from girls that I ain't talked to in years, and I'm like, why are you calling me? So I had an ex, and this girl, I was obsessed with this girl. Like I literally, like one of these girls that I have strong feelings for, because she was a freak. I ain't gonna sit there in front with y'all. She was a freak, and she had me wrapped around her little finger.
She had you eyes wide shut, huh?
Exactly.
Nose wide
So toes curled, all that. So eventually, I was just like, man, something ain't right. The girl she was toxic. We ended up breaking up. Now we ended up breaking up and found out she was cheating on me. She was dealing with another guy. Whatever. Whoop-de-whoop, crybaby for me, right? But afterwards, it took me about good 2 months, y'all, to actually start getting over this girl. Because like what I would do was, and maybe y'all tell me if y'all do this, I would torture myself. We were still friends on Facebook. So what I would do is I'm just having a decent day. Like, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm doing good. Let me focus on myself. And you know what I would see? Something come across my screen? Cooking daddy lunch.
Yeah. See,
Shit like that.
That's another reason why you gotta cut it.
And then, but this is the thing. I didn't want to cut it at first. I was so stuck on trying to still see what her moves were that I was like, you know what? This ain't good for me. It's not healthy.
Not when it affects your day like that.
Exactly. It would mess my whole day up. I'd be fucked up. So then afterwards, I just said, you know what? Let me go ahead and cut her off. Block her. I blocked her. So I don't have to see this no more. And I'm not really a big person in blocking people, but it was affecting me that much. I had to block her. So then a month go by, 2 months go by. I'm doing better. I'm not even worried about what she's doing no more. I'm focused on myself. I'm hitting the gym. I'm going to work, getting money, all that, hanging out with friends. Guess who ends up hitting me up? The ex, the toxic ex. And she pretty much was like, "Hey, what up, big head? Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Am I hungry?" And I already knew what this shit was. What happened was, like all things happen, the dude she was dealing with kicked her ass to the curb.
What goes around comes around. Go ahead.
And I was just like, I can't wait to see this. So she's like, I said, "I'm not hungry," but she's like, "Well, I want to see you." I said, "Well, come on, let's see each other." Now, that was my first mistake. My first mistake was,
yes, it was.
But the reason I wanted to see her at first was just to get confirmation that what I thought happened. And that's reality. Now that I'm older, I realize anytime an ex hits you back up, you know what happened.
Yes.
So she told me what happened. And at the end of the day, I was just like, I shouldn't let this girl back. But, it was too early of me just getting over it that she pulled me back.
How much time had passed? Do you remember?
2 months.
Oh, 2 months went by and she hit you up again?
Yeah. We had broke up. 2 months went by and then she hit me back.
Okay,
up.
I can almost see that.
But I knew in them 2 months what it was the dude used her, abused her, and said, "Get the fuck out."
That's what you call the phantom pain.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Ruthless.
Oh, this is gonna sound cryptic, but I explained it to somebody like this. When you really into somebody like you were and you break up, just think of it as like an animal being caught in a bear trap.
They're willing to do anything.
Listen,
to get off.
They will sit there and gnaw their arm off to survive.
Yeah.
To move on. And that's what you kind of have. You cut it off. Boom. Deal with that pain right there. So you can move on. And then when I say the phantom pain is when people lose limbs, they still feel that They still think they have an arm. That's what happened when she called you back.
I thought I still
That
had a
phantom
girl.
pain. You thought you still had a girl. You thought those feelings were coming back. That's why it was easy for you to go right back to her. And you were still feeling that.
You know what it is too? I was taking the time to not deal with no one right now. I was like, let me get my mental state right.
And that's good.
But the problem with that is because I wasn't dealing with nobody else, she jumped right back into being on some like, told you she was a freak.
Was it okay? Was it was it the freak part you wanted back? Or was it
wait a minute, be honest with me, fellas. Is that not the only, like, I'm not saying that, but is that not one of the major parts that you want back?
My question is, of course, everybody wants that back. But the question is, like, is that the part of her that you were in love with? You know what I mean? Is that what you thought? Well, I want to say you were in love. That's too far.
I don't know. I thought I was. I'm telling you right now, certain people have certain skills that can make people. And it isn't just guilty to men. This is a woman thing too. There are certain people who what they do in the bedroom can make you fall and not understand what reality is.
It's called being turned out.
I was turned out.
She was turned out. You were turned out, turned up, turned upside down.
I think she knew that. And I just was like, but then, and this is what I learned from this whole situation. You know that meme where the girl's like, got the like eyes roll in the back of her head and she's just sitting there looking like she's taking it. Somebody posted that meme and it was like, remember fellas, every time you get cheated on or you break up, this is the face she was doing to someone else. So that right there was like, I should have known, like, look, what, like, freaks don't just stop being freaks.
No.
Whatever she was doing with me, she's doing with the next guy. I was just her turn, and then I had my turn with her, and then now that guy had a turn with her. Now she tried to come back to me as the safe part. After a while, I had to really just own myself and say, look, I can't do this. So I did break it off with her.
Yeah, you had to come to terms. Did you get some when she came back?
Oh yeah.
Okay, at least you got.
Yeah, I was gonna get my own before I just said, look, we don't need to be together.
At least you get that.
He said she hit you with the break up with someone but still be checking out their page. Yeah.
You don't, like you said,
I was a simp.
You're only torturing yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna be like, that could have been us, that was us.
And I think what it is fellas, you can't be where you feel she's more important than your own self-respect. That's like the biggest thing I want to get from this whole show is that fellas need to have more respect for themselves and actually value what they bring to the table. Now, speaking on that, I want y'all to go check out this song me and Beans was listening to earlier. It's from King George. It's called Keep On Rolling. And I want y'all to listen to the whole song. And I'm telling you, every time you think your ex, you're a girl, whoever's in your life that you feel is bigger than you, feel like you need them more, listen to that song. When you start feeling weak and think you're going to do something that you don't truly feel you want to do, listen to that song. That song is my anthem for the year 2022.
Yeah, and another thing, if you feel like you can't live without that person, I think that's what they made. I think that's what they made that song. I don't know why they made a song, but that's what I got out of it. Like when you think I can't have this person leave, I can't live without this person.
Exactly. That's like
just you were somebody before you met them, and you'll be somebody after they leave.
And I don't just go for fellas. I go for the ladies.
I go for anybody.
This song could go for either one, but it's mainly for the fellas because this song is by a fella. But you gotta realize you gotta be more important than anybody else in this world. I know that might sound selfish, but you gotta be a little selfish for your own, success, your own, well-being. And
that pain is temporary.
Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Since we brought that in and we transitioned from the war to this, what do you really think this war is gonna be? World War III is about to come around.
I do. I think it's a stepping stone to World War III.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to bring religion into this, but that's how I was raised. I've heard this so many times growing up, and then when you grow up in church, you're like, okay, I've been hearing this for like 10, 15 years.
That World War III coming around the corner.
Yeah, I've been hearing this for
The
years.
end of days.
End of days, whatever. But I really feel like not just the war, but everything, the cryptocurrency, the way the economy's going. This is where the elders were, all the grandpa and grandma would tell you, like, and then the world's coming and all this other stuff. And now it's just the writing is just on the wall.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? I hate to take it there, but I really think this is what it is.
Hey, if you want to get on the show, and all you gotta do is hit the first comment, the StreamYard comment, and you can click on it, go to StreamYard, put in your name, go through the portal, and we can go ahead and talk to you live on the show. And if you're liking the content, go ahead and hit the like button, share button, tell a friend to tell a friend, hit the subscribe button for the YouTube channel. We're trying to grow this channel for y'all.
Mhm.
We appreciate everybody. If you really love the channel, go ahead and hit that cash app for your boy.
Give
One time for the one time.
Give that love offering.
We appreciate everybody who shows support to the channel. My man Skins, my man Brandon, my man Jimmy, my man Nick, everybody who shows us love. We appreciate all y'all. And without y'all, we don't have no show. Just being honest with you.
Really, we're just two dudes talking on the mic.
Yeah. and then it's just weird. You know what I mean? So appreciate y'all. Now, you was talking about before.
Okay.
Now we about to shift a little bit.
Yeah. A little bit of a rant.
The double standards.
Yes. Okay.
Give it to us.
So a friend of mine, a question was asking me about a year and a half ago. He asked me this question.
I asked originally.
Yes. And the question was, if I met my lady, when I first met my lady, and she was 500 pounds, would I date her? And the answer was no. It was no then, and it's no now. But someone brought it up to me yesterday because I had, when I first met my lady, I was $180. I had gained weight to about 235, 240, and I lost it again. So this person was trying to throw it back in my face that, was she stuck by you, when you got bigger and now you're smaller again, but you wouldn't stay with her when she was 500 pounds. I'm like, you acting like I blew up to 500 pounds and I was bedridden. You know what I'm saying? Like she had to feed me in the bed. I said, but you don't like short men, but it's okay for you to say that. But if I say I don't want to be with a 500-pound woman, I'm body shaming and it's wrong.
Okay. So I think the double standard is that women, this is just my opinion.
Okay.
The reason women want men to want them as big as hell is because they know in their right mind, most of the women are lazy. And not the same, men are too, to the point where staying at your peak shape, your best shape, staying at the best you could be is hard. It's an everyday grind. And one of the main reasons men and women get together is so they can stop grinding. That sounds bad, but there are people who like that, where a lot of women want to get with a man at their peak to where they most of the time fall off.
Listen, I'm guilty of it.
Because you think about it, women for the most part can deal with a man even if he gains weight, loses weight, as long as he stays the same type of confidence and swagger, she's gonna rock with him. But men, for the most part, we have a certain spectrum that we saw our woman in, that we prefer her at. When we met her, she's got like a good 10 to 15 pound up or down that she can really run with.
That's the range. Anything over that, we start looking like, what's going on?
You now I know women try to say, well, what about if you have kids? Yes, and I'm gonna stop it right now. Ladies, you have probably about a 20-pound gain weight when you're having kids. That's the only limit. These women out here be taking 40, 50, 100 pounds to have kids and be sitting there like, oh, well, I had a kid. What the fuck are you trying to make it seem like 100-pound is something that normally people have when they have kids? That's not true. It don't even make sense. You couldn't even survive if every time you had to have a kid, you had to gain 100 pounds. Now, this might be saying the was it the kettle calling
The pot calling
calling the
black.
kettle black, because the fact is I have gained weight. I've gained weight significantly since I was in high school to now. But at the end of the day, I've stayed myself in the fact of like how I talk, how I am, and girls seem to somewhat. Some women find me attractive. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But for ladies, everything for men are physical. So the same woman that was, and I think that's what it's coming to be. I think bigger women who are gaining weight are still getting guys to holler at them. Now they might not get the same quality of guys, but if they do, can you really blame them for not wanting to go to the gym and work out?
No, because I wouldn't blame him because she got him as she is. So why would she change if she's getting the results she wants?
You're just talking about the woman who you met at 140.
Yeah.
And she's.
Yeah, I'm talking about the woman I met when she's 140. And, I'm not that type of person. Listen, like things happen where you gain weight, whatever, that happens. She's making it sound like if she gained weight, I wouldn't be with her anymore. It's like, no, you took that question totally wrong.
You're just saying initially
before anything, when I day one met her, I just seen her, it just wasn't my preference. You know what I mean? It just wasn't my preference.
That is the assumption where you think because I wouldn't deal with a big woman, that doesn't mean that if I was dealing with a woman and she got big, I wouldn't deal with it.
Because I had got bigger. I wasn't like 500 pounds bigger, but I had.
She was feeding you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Any woman that tries to make you just keep gaining weight, you don't even realize it. She doing that shit on purpose.
Listen, and I realized that
she need leeway.
This is where experience taught me. Every time I said I was going to go to the gym or something like that, I don't have much of a sweet tooth. Okay. But I would go to the gym and come back and there'd be like 12 cupcakes waiting for me. I made these for you.
Think about this. If y'all ever watch 600 Pound Life,
yes.
Why is there not always a woman who's got a man who's 700 pounds and she just keeps feeding him? She's trying to enable him to where he can't leave her. He needs her that much, so she just keeps feeding him, She don't even realize she's killing the man.
I wonder if it's like you ever hear of Nightingale syndrome?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the same thing.
Isn't Nightingale syndrome where like if I take you hostage and
that's
and you start to like
no,
me because of the struggle we're going through?
I think that's Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, Stockholm. What's Nightingale?
Nightingale is when you like if you're taking care of somebody, like they say nurses usually get Nightingale syndrome because they taking care of somebody and they're helping them and they're helpless and then they end up like falling for this person.
Oh, okay.
Because they're taking care of this person.
Shay said food is the way to the heart. Yeah, it's also a way to some clogged arteries and some goddamn triple bypass.
Listen, I get it.
I will agree. There is nothing more pleasing to a man for a woman to make him a good meal, or for a woman or for a man to make a home cooked meal for his woman. But when you see somebody gaining weight and they're trying to lose weight, why would you enable them by saying, let's go out to eat, let's go do this, here's some cupcakes? You are literally sabotaging them.
And that's what that's what my lady did to me. I was like, I don't want to eat all. I was like, I'll eat one, but I'm not gonna eat all 12 of these. I was like, I can't
eat the cake, anime.
Yeah, that's bad.
Eat the fucking cake.
I was like, I can't eat all this. Like, what are you doing?
But let you do that. The woman will be like, man, she trying to make me fat. You trying to I'm just trying to love you.
There is actually a fetish. I forget what it's called, where men just feed women. They just
I think it's called
Google
love plumpers or something. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, you know what I mean? I like a thick woman, but I'm just saying, this is the thing. It's sad that like you find a woman, because you gotta realize this: when you're dealing with bigger women, most of the time they're strapped down, meaning they're wearing some straps or some buckles or some jumper cables to hold all that shit in. And like, so when you dating them, when you going on dates with them, they look the best right then. Like they look like they got, like, even skinnier women do this, but like when I was in college, I didn't realize, and y'all tell me if I'm lying, ladies. I was going to the club with my cousins, and I was like, "Okay, we about to hit the club up." He's like, "Yeah, we getting ready," and I was like, "What you talking about?" And I see what they pulled out some Glad wrap from the kitchen, and they literally lifted their shirt up, and the other one wrapped her around in Glad wrap. And I said, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" And she's like, "We getting ready for the club," and I'm like.
Dude, stealing the juices? Like, what did he do?
I'm like, I didn't understand it. I said, "What are you doing with that Glad wrap?" I was like in awe, shocked. And they're like, "Oh, this keeps everything in." This was like the ghetto version of like what do you call it?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Y'all ladies put in the comments what the damn thing I'm talking
what do
about.
you call? I know what you're talking about.
But-
Spanx?
No, it's not Spanx. It's some like old school revolutionary thing, like back in like the
Oh, the corset? Is
corset. There you go. It was like a ghetto version corset. Yeah, I said jumper cables. That's what that shit is here. What straps, bungee cords, whatever you want to call it. Y'all holding that shit in. Waist trainer. There you go. Y'all call it waist trainer now. This shit was a corset. So, but they use Glad wrap. And I said, wait a minute. Y'all using motherfucking Glad wrap? I said, so what happens if a dude is trying to holler at you and wants to take you home or whatever? They was like, well, we just ain't going home with them. I say, you're not, so you just determining you're not going home with nobody. And then it was like, yeah, we're not going home. He can get my number. We can meet up next time. I said, well, so
what if he changes? What if he say forget it?
well, not for that. Let's say he get the number. When he met you, you was tight, you was tight, small waist, big, big booty, all that.
Now
when
it
he
really
sees-
suck in that much?
dude, it was scary how much they sucked in they stomach because they had a keg, they had a little gut. All the girls had a gut, but it was just like flat, like it looked good as hell when they put the dress on, and I was like, oh my god, are you telling? Like I was almost, you don't understand how shocked I was. I was like, are you telling me all women do this? They're like, pretty much most of us, and I was like, y'all cheating us. Y'all are cheating us. Y'all make us think you are. Your body is built a certain way, and then you flop out all this shit when we get in the bed. Like,
I wonder, has anybody ever changed their mind? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm asking. I'm like, what happens if you go and he tries to like get busy and you see this Glad wrap
Right.
and then you take this off and I start seeing Free Willy come out.
That's a good question. I wonder. I would be embarrassed, really.
That's what I thought. But they was like, nah. They said, but when she decides to hit the gym and work out, she lost weight and left him and told him she can finally get a man she attracted to, not to. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Why do women, and I'm not saying men do it too, but why do women mostly? I see these TikTok videos where they're saying you didn't want me at my worst, so now you can't have me at my best.
Yeah. I've
What
seen
sense
those.
does that fucking make? Please explain that to me. Why would you be with a man that you didn't try to give him your best? You ever think maybe because you didn't work out and you was lazy and you didn't bring nothing to the table, that's why he left you? And then all of a sudden it clicked. You need to be giving this man a gift basket and say thank you.
Use it as motivation.
Yeah, use that as motivation. His rejection of you use it as motivation to be the best woman you could be or the best man you could be. And I'm just like, why couldn't you just do that before?
Yeah.
You needed rejection to start being better.
Maybe it's that wake up call. Like you gotta put in work. And maybe and people don't understand. If he didn't prefer big women,
But I feel like
plus size women, and then you shrink down. Of course
well, that's the
gonna be-
difference. Yeah,
Yeah,
I will
you-
say this: if I met you and I like the big girls, and then you start losing weight, and I'm telling you, look, it's okay, you lose a little weight, cool, you trying to feel better for yourself. But now you ever see them people who lose weight and they're in the right stage of body wise that
Yes.
you prefer, and then they take it too far.
Yes, the
And
Al
then-
Sharpton look,
They look yes,
like a bag
just look sickly.
of bones. The Al Roker look.
And you're just like, but they're like, I feel the best I've ever felt. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you look
but
like death ran over you with the train. Like
you look like the Grim Reaper's assistant. Okay, he said it should make your
silhouette.
silhouette smooth, aka your lady lumps. Not a dramatic change. Taking it off should not be a surprise to a man. No, not a man who's over 35. He should not be surprised. But a young man who's not thinking you need a whole pack of Glad wrap to make your body look decent, and you're 20 something, that right there is fucked up.
My thing is this, and this is gonna sound messed up. Okay, so let's say they got the silhouette.
Yeah.
But you know, some plus size girls got those big arms.
Oh my God.
So
I already know you.
2 plus 2 ain't equaling 4 up here.
Yeah, you want to make us believe that all your fat go in your ass, thighs, and arms.
Yes.
Nothing in the gut.
So you know, this, like I said, I'm a little older now. Experience would be like, wait.
All right, tell me if I'm wrong. I have a huge fetish for loving like girls with the big arms. You know, they have the fat meat
Down here.
I don't know why, but I love to go behind them and grab the meat and shake it. I just like to shake
That's
it.
wrong.
And
Joe.
they look, look. The look when I do that to them, the look they be like this. They don't know what to do, dude. They literally are in shock when I do it. But I don't know what it is. I just love to shake.
Dude, that is.
They be like they don't know if they should just kill me. Like fight me.
Has
like,
anybody smacked you for doing this yet?
They're
It's gonna
so
happen.
They're so in shock when I do it that they just don't know what to do. Because it's like it's not that I'm like making fun of them. I just like the jiggle.
My thing is, how do you know they're not insecure about it? How you know they're not insecure about it?
No, they are. They first off, every big woman, well, not even a big woman, any woman who's big and lost weight and they still got the big arms, you know, the big mama arms. They all are, because like we know people, and I know some who like they'll wear long sleeves, and like if they wear short sleeves, they won't raise their arms.
Yeah,
they won't raise their arms. They won't wave. They'll do like, hey, they'll do that. They won't wait. They won't raise their arms because they don't want to see the meat come out.
With the tricep meat.
Yeah, the tricep meat. And I'm like, look, you know, if you just did some donkey kicks, you could that could burn that away. But they just don't want to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm coming for y'all. I'm coming for your back arm meat. Just be ready, ladies. And
dude, I can't. How you asking that? That's dead wrong.
That's not, because look, okay.
Is that even a fetish, or that's just something
I just like to do it? Look, it's like I have weird fetishes. Like I like, you know how you have like the elbow skin? I like to like grab the elbow skin and pull it. He said, don't do that to them. If you shake my arms, you're getting popped. Well, I'll just get popped in. That's fine. It's worth it.
You know the risk. Well, don't let them stand behind you, man.
I'll just be like, hey, like, you know, you give them a hug. You give them a hug.
And you do the shoulder thing.
I just do this. It's just a vibrate. It's not like, you know, I'm not pinching you or nothing. I'm just grabbing it and just shake a little bit. Just shake a little bit.
Like you got a Jello cup in your hand.
Yeah. Like, but they just stare at me. They don't know. Like they're being so shocked that a guy is doing that. They don't know. They want it. It's like they're screaming inside.
Do they ask you why? Like, why are you doing this?
I'm
like, why? I'll be like, why are you doing this?
They just give me a stare. Like they just do this. They'll be like they don't know what to do. They don't say anything as far as like, and I don't know what it is. It's something about the back meat.
The back meat.
Like, I think what it was when I was a kid, my mother used to pinch my back arm.
So it's bringing you back.
But like that's when my arm was soft. And like now I'm older, I'm a man, like my arm isn't like soft. So like when they grab it, it's nothing. They can really just yank really and just shake. So like I like to but I don't do it in like a harmful way. I just do it like in a, hey y'all, I see you back there.
You are ruining people's lives right now. Okay.
If your man can't grab your back arm meat lumber and you don't let them touch it, like girl, like you can rub their arm, but they don't want you to grab the meat and
put
shake
the indent in there.
Yeah, and shake it.
Listen,
but like I have girls who come up to me and like hit my titty. So that's like in my mind, I guess I'm kind of like that. When they do that, I just look like
Okay, so that's the equivalent.
Like
Okay, I mean,
you had to just
but
pop
see,
my
that's
titty.
not fair. You can't do that. You can't flick theirs.
Oh,
back.
I surely will.
Oh, will you?
I had no problem. You grab my titty, I'm grabbing yours. That's how I'm playing it.
Oh my god.
What you gonna do? He grabbed my titty. Well, you grab mine too. So I guess we even.
Harassment for harassment. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you want equality? There it is.
That was a little rant, y'all.
I'm sorry. Somebody brought something up to me, and I was like,
but it is getting serious out there with this war. I swear. And I'm telling you right now, I believe Russia will take over Ukraine in the next 4 months, 4 to 5 months, I'm gonna say. Because at the end of the day, what's happening is they don't really care about no sanctions.
no,
They don't care about none of that shit. And at the end
because it
of the
doesn't
day,
really affect the key people in that country.
no, it doesn't. Now, we said when you get better, your ex always come back. We just saw that the Ukraine has they're like the second largest country in Europe. They have, I think they're like the second or third with barley and just for agriculture. So they grow a lot of stuff. This right here lets you know, as soon as they got on their feet and started doing something, Russia like, oh, you got to come back to us.
He showed up right back at their house.
This Argentina, baby. We're not playing these. It's Argentina forever.
Yep.
So don't let this happen. The world, we cannot let this happen. Somebody got to step in and help the Ukraine out. You just giving them
Not
weapons.
us.
Just giving them weapons is not enough. I'm not talking about us. I'm just saying
Yeah,
Europe,
we need to mind our business.
hold your own. England, all these people, help these people out. Because what's going to happen is this. You think if they take back Ukraine, you think that's the only place they're going next? They're going somewhere else.
Germany,
The next
did it
door
too?
neighbor. We've already seen how they do. It's always down in Europe. Europe
Mhm.
always been one to try to get dynasties. But the reason for this show and the reason we talk about this is to get y'all updated to understand, don't let your exes come back in your life. They were your exes for a reason.
Remember that when they come back and try to remind you of good times you had,
and don't
Thank-
forget to go listen to this damn song.
yes,
Keep on Rolling by King George. Go listen to it right now. Click off of this shit right now and go listen to it. Because I'm telling you, after you watch this show, you won't go do it. And you're going to be sitting there wondering, what the hell did Canteen tell you? I'm telling you, that song right there is my anthem for 2022. Somehow I'm going to incorporate it. I just don't want to get copyrighted.
yeah. I thought it was an old man who wrote that song, but
It's a young dude. I'm not weird, Shay. Just because I like to rub on places that women might not let people, don't like people to rub, it doesn't mean I'm weird. It just means it's like I'm ticklish in certain places. I didn't realize I was ticklish under my gut until someone actually tried to touch under my gut. It's something about, I'm not even ticklish. It's just feeling someone else's hand that's not yours under certain places. You know what I mean?
that raises so many questions. But all right, I get you. I get you.
It raises so I'm just in the bed. I'm weird, dude. I'm weird. So, what else you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
We're trying to get our bodies back together.
Oh yeah. So,
And
go ahead. You want to tell us?
it's the most painful experience I ever had in my life.
So me and Beans got invited to one of our good pals that's part of our little group. We call ourselves the Get It Gang.
First of all, we didn't get invited. We got tricked.
They told us to come to this workout
Uh-huh.
where they said it was going to be, there's different levels
Yep.
of people doing this, which they were semi-right. There were different levels.
Mhm.
But we ended up going to, which was called the endurance class.
Yes.
Now, the endurance class is sections of workouts that you have to do within a 10-minute period. And then you have to run in between those rounds
Mhm.
and you get a 2-minute break. This is the hardest class of all the classes they do each week.
And it was our first day.
Our first day. These people have been doing this for 2 months.
We was day ones.
We're day one, and I'm by far the biggest person there. We had another big guy there, but he wasn't bigger than me. And he had been doing it for 2 months. So you could tell he was doing it too, because he was
Uh-huh.
really out there getting it. I'm gonna have to say we didn't quit,
We didn't.
but our bodies are paying for it right now.
Yes.
I woke up. I went to sleep for 3 hours and woke back up with my legs just crying. I had to literally find my massage thing and just like use it before I even went to work.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna buy one because I was like, because I saw it and I was like,
After we get off this show, I got it. I'll let you use it
God,
so you can
my
try it out. 'Cause This
legs.
shit is, my legs are killing me. I'm gonna tell you what parts of my body hurt right now. My quads and my glutes and my core. Because she had us, it was this lady. And when I tell you, think Terminator, but
She was-
female version.
she was jacked.
This woman was so jacked that she literally was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Let's get it, y'all.
She was like 5 feet nothing, but she was ripped as hell.
all muscle.
All muscle. Like when I say all muscle, I'm talking about like she was semi bodybuilder, it looked like. And she had all these girls in the class. It was literally 3 guys. It was
Yeah.
me, Beans, and this other dude I know.
Peep game.
And I sat there and me and Beans, we was like, this dude ain't fooling nobody.
Exactly.
He coming on this damn
It's all these-
workout station so that he could be around all the girls. They could see his transition into from fat to sexy, from fat to fit, and eventually, you know, he can just get with them. Because there were some cuties up in there. I ain't gonna sit there and lie.
Yes.
There was a couple joints. But when I tell you I was not ready, there's nothing. This is why this is great for us, because when you're in a group setting, it pushes you more.
Yeah.
You don't want to quit because you see somebody in there that you think is way worse off than you. You're like, okay, well, I got to at least, if they're keep going, I got to keep going.
Basically, yeah. That's basically kept me more. I seen Big Boy. I was like,
I
oh,
feel,
hell no,
but
I
by far, just be honest, was I not the worst one in there? As far as, I was the worst
Listen,
one.
I'll say you were the most dramatic. I'll say that.
Dramatic.
Because dude, I think after the
Because I kept
second,
falling out.
second, so you was I was like, look at this dude, man.
No, okay. First off, let me say this: I weigh probably 200 pounds more than everybody that's in there, by far.
Okay, I give you that.
So anything we're
but
doing,
you was going though. He was working.
I was going, but you don't understand the energy. See, the energy you're putting out times that times 2 the energy I'm putting out.
I get it.
So when we go jog, like imagine if I just put a weight vest on you. Do you really think you could stay and do the same amount
No.
that you were doing?
And I have a weight vest. I ain't running
exactly.
Like that.
So I was dying, felt I was dying. And I just like, you know what? Now I will say this: the lady was great. She kept
was
staying
amazing.
us motivated, telling us, "Don't quit. It's you versus you." But you ever like be in them type of workouts and like it was good to hear you versus you the like first 20 minutes of the workout, but the last 40, you like, bitch, stop talking to me. I don't want to. It ain't you versus me or you versus you. You winning, goddamn it. I don't want to be a part of this.
I was getting. I had to zone out, man. I was like, I can't listen to nothing because if
You know
if
how
I
you know.
did-
Look, I hear she's saying it's you versus you, and it really is you versus you. You're the only one that stops you. But when you see people who you think you're a more physical,
and they blaze
and they're running past you,
because
like,
the
keep
other
going.
yeah, because the other dude always hit the hallway before us. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's
this,
I'm like
this
dude,
goofy dude.
this out of shape, long tittied ass man over here beating the hell out of us. He was killing me, and I'm thinking,
Me too. He was
now,
getting
mind
me
you,
too.
I had been known this dude for a while, and I'm just always thinking, man, this dude can't do nothing with me. Man, this dude was killing us.
He sure was.
And I'm like, how long you been doing this, bro? Oh, I've been doing this about 3-4 weeks now. I'm like, oh, okay.
that's
why you got a month on us. Fuck it. I ain't about to.
One.
I don't feel too bad about it in my. But if he'd be like, oh, this is my first day, I'd have been like, oh shit.
I would be like, you lying.
Yeah.
That's what
I was not trying
you
to
are
hear.
a liar, sir.
No, but it was good, and we're gonna go back. We're gonna do this month challenge.
Oh, I'm gonna get this challenge
You
going.
know,
I'm gonna beat that
and-
endurance challenge.
I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. You got to do things different. If you've been doing the same thing and you ain't getting the results you want, you got to be willing to try different things. Try something different and see if it's gonna be a different result. Because you doing the same thing and think you're gonna get a different result, you weird as hell. It's not gonna work.
It's true because the parts I shine in are the parts I normally work out. push-ups were easy, the running was
Yes,
easy.
yes.
You know, certain things were easy, but them burpees took me down.
And let me say this, for me, as big as I am, my burpees is just me getting on the ground and then getting back up. That right there takes so much energy out of me doing that 10 times that I was just like, all this hopping shit ain't about to happen right now.
That was getting me too.
Just getting down on the ground and getting back up.
Yep, and then jumping.
And then they had us with the medicine ball. She was like, throw the ball harder. Like, this woman was on us. So shout out. Go ahead.
I had to tell her, because I've had personal trainers before. I've had some bad ones. That's why I stopped doing it. The last one I had, I was in better shape than he was. I was like, how you gonna tell me?
Did you saw how he looked, didn't you?
He had a hood. Listen, he had a hoodie on. He covered it up really well. So I was like, oh, and I was like, okay. But then, like after the first trial, I looked at him for real. I was like, yo, I was like, you the same dude that was talking to? I was like, how you gonna tell me?
I mean, technically, I could be a personal trainer and just tell you what to do.
Yeah, I was like,
come on, keep pushing it.
I was like, no, fam, you can't tell me what to do.
I mean, and this is why I feel like for our show, fellas, for y'all to get better and actually listen to us, we got to get better too. We got to show y'all better than we can tell y'all. And as you keep each day doing something different, challenging yourself, you're going to get better. And then guess what? The motherfucking exes, the motherfucking people who are leeches going to come back. They're going to try to come back. But guess what? You got to have them blinders. You can't see them no more. They're out. They were out for a reason. The Lord, the universe put them out of your life for a reason. So go ahead and just keep them there. Keep them where they're supposed to be. Watch it. I guarantee you, ain't nothing better feeling than you getting put on and you being the best you can be. And then eventually the person who always doubted you, who always said you weren't going to be nothing, is standing outside looking at you like, damn, I wish I could stand next to them. No, you can't stand next to me because you wasn't. That's why when I posted something on Facebook a couple days ago where I said, fellas, if you talk to a female and she tell you she don't want no man who's struggling, run the fuck away. Because the fact of the matter is this: struggle is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
Success can be temporary. Mm-hmm. If she only wants you while you're successful, what happens if that success goes away? Is she gonna be willing to be with you when you're struggling too?
Yeah. Because
if she willing to be with you while you're struggling, she sure as hell willing to be with you when you're successful. When she doesn't know what you're gonna become, she don't know but she just know you fighting to be something. That's the type of woman you want. You don't want a woman that say, "Oh, I need somebody who's already set." If I'm already set, why do I need you?
Yeah, that's true.
Aren't you supposed to elevate me? Aren't you supposed to make me better than what I am? Bring something to the table so where I can elevate myself further than what I even imagine.
Yeah. And I've experienced it. I've lived it. I've been with people who they were with me in the good times, but when the struggle hit, they were looking for the back door.
But this is where I say you got to be a motivation. But I can say for a fact, you got to have your own personal motivation for yourself. But a woman can motivate you. A woman is supposed to be your helper. If she can't motivate you to be better in certain things, then that's not the woman for you.
No.
But it starts with you. You got to have your own personal journey, your own self-worth. Because if you just basing it, oh, I'm going to get better once my woman. No. Because she don't want to just have to do everything. She just wants to add to your life.
Yeah. You're supposed to motivate each other.
Yeah. And if you can't motivate each other, then guess what? Y'all don't need to be together.
And sometimes you got to realize too, some people are removed from your life so you can succeed. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Sometimes it's just what it is. They're not going to change. They're not going to help you. So in order to, you got to
see that.
And you have to see it.
You can't sit there and try to make excuses of why they ain't there. Look, if somebody not there for you when you were struggling or you needed them, understand what's the old saying? If somebody show you who they are, believe them. He said, "Thank you. I agree. You have to start with yourself first, and then we can build together." That's a fact. You got to build yourself up. Make yourself feel like, because you gotta realize, you the shit. Even if you ain't the shit, guess what? You fake it till you make it till you are the shit. And then eventually, guess what'll happen? You're gonna become the shit. You keep trying every day to be the shit, you're gonna become the shit. And then guess what's gonna happen? The ladies gonna come, they're gonna say, oh, I see something in this dude. This dude got a different swag about him. He doing something for himself.
Yeah, that's so true.
So
be your own motivation.
And if in worst case scenario, if you can't do that, let me and Beans be your motivation. Because you're gonna start seeing us, man. We're gonna keep grinding. You see us every day, Monday and well, not Wednesday no more, just Monday and Fridays. We come to y'all. And even to the point where we were asking, we doing this workout, and we're like, man, how are we gonna do this? Well, guess what? We're gonna have to reschedule because we're still gonna do our podcast. Because at the end of the day, this is our dream. This is what we want to do.
Yes.
We're not gonna stop. We just have to adjust.
Damn.
Can't stop, won't stop.
What's life without challenge?
So, what did we learn? Today we learned that you gotta do what's best for you.
Yes.
You gotta love yourself more than anybody else. And you gotta understand, as soon as you start getting put on, the exes is coming back. They always come back. The stragglers, because guess what? They haven't done what they need to do for themselves, and they see you moving up the ranks.
Exactly.
So they say, oh, let me try to jump on that train. Oh no, fly, get off me. Get off me. You wasn't trying to get on the train when I was at the bottom.
Yep. They thought the grass was greener.
Stay where you was at.
Keep that same energy.
So Putin, I'm tell you right now, Ukraine ain't having it. Ukraine saying, look, we doing our own thing. Fall back. You don't want these hands. So we're gonna see what happens, man. Hopefully
apparently they do.
Yeah, I pray for everybody over there, man, because I don't want to have to get involved in that. Maybe
that draft. They bring the draft back.
Yeah, I'm 32. I'm not going to the draft. Y'all gonna see me in Canada. We're gonna have this show and what's up, y'all? It's a social norm in Toronto. I'll get the fuck up out of here. Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good.
All right, shit. Well, look, y'all. Hey, we appreciate everybody rocking with us. If you like the content, man, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. Go ahead and hit your boy with the the one time with the Cash App if you want to help us out, help out the channel, help grow the channel. And man, we're gonna keep rocking with y'all every day, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Do not let the man, everything he did this week, throw that shit to the side. Right. It's the weekend coming on. Enjoy your life, man. Every day you gotta live it like it's your last. You know what I'm talking about?
Motivate and challenge yourself. That's every day.
That's what it is, man. Hey, I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans, the social norm.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Do you want to say something to your mom though?
Oh yeah, shout out to my mom. Happy belated birthday. I tried to say last time and somebody cut me off.
Okay, I said it, but what else? I mean, shit. You want to say something else?
No, that's it.
Okay. You better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information from relations to